What's up guys? So today we have the HOVSCO GTRS EVO, but I have a dual battery kit right here so we can make it just like the Ultra. So let's get this thing unboxed. Well, there it is. Oh shit. Alright, so there's a couple boxes in here. Let's see what's inside of them. Got some pedals here. Some standard pedals, nothing crazy. Check these out. So these are actually the rear pegs because you can have 2 people on this bike, which is probably one of the highlights in my opinion. All the bolts, they have Loctite on them. That's very nice. Oh, look, spare. Looking like a kickstand here. Seems like a little bit of, it's like plastic here and then metal up top. And then we've got a charger here. Not a bad looking charger. Warranty card, it's nice to offer warranties on their bikes. And just so you guys know, you will get free shipping insurance if you order with my discount code, SimplyNate. So yeah, little toolkit gives you everything you need, it's sweet. Okay, now onto this box here. What is this? Oh, it's the headlight. That's kind of cool looking. I'm not even gonna say anything. I will say putting it together wasn't the hardest thing in the world, but it did take me like 2 hours. There was so much stuff to put on. So first I had to put on the handlebars, tighten it down, and then I went ahead and started putting on the wheel. And because I'm a little slow, I didn't put the spacer on the first time, so I had to take it off and then I put it back on. And then I was just making sure that it was straight right here. That way there was no rubbing on the rotor. And then she is putting on the pedals while I'm putting on the front fender. There wasn't really space to put on the front nut, so it was kind of difficult. I forgot to record me putting on the seat, but it was just like 4 bolts underneath and it was pretty easy. Connecting the headlight is just one plug, you just plug it in. But she's putting on the rear passenger pegs right now. Everything ended up working out, just took a little bit of time. All right, you guys, so we've got this thing all put together. As you heard, it took quite a while. Now, I just gotta put this on. It's pretty nice. You just pop this thing down onto the little like slider, move it forward, let it seat, and then you take your keys, and then if you just come around here, you can see on this side, there's a keyhole. And then you just lock it into place. That way it doesn't slide. What it does, it puts a little like pin down to like it won't move. But yeah, so this, and then check your battery status, look at that. Just tap it, full battery. And then if you look at the screen, you can see there's a little film there and it says that you can download an app. So I went ahead and did that. As you can see, I'm gonna get all signed up and let you know what kind of features are in here. All right, so I got it all hooked up. So it just like pairs via Bluetooth, as you can see on here. You see it has Bluetooth on there. But yeah, if I go in here, it shows you your product model and everything. And then if I come into here, it gives you a little GPS and lets you know your battery percentage. You can see you're at 100%, your total trip, and then time. You can also just change that if you just go to settings up here. You see I can cycle through different like stuff for it to tell me. So if I want to go like average speed, you see it'll tell me average miles per hour, all that stuff. And then if I go over here, you can rank yourself with other HOVSCO users in the area, and then just some other information. Check your area because there are over 100 local dealers for test rides and service on these bikes. There is a headlight button up there for your big old headlight up here. Let's see what that looks like. So all I gotta do is just press and hold here. And bam, a very, very bright headlight. I almost forgot to mention that this is a dual seat, so if I come down here, you can see there's a slight raise for a passenger, and they actually have their own pegs down here. Look at that, got one there. Come around to the other side here, you get another one. Pretty nice. I'm a big fan of how this thing looks. I mean, this rear seat with like this paneling right here, it looks really, really good. I can't wait to get that second battery on there to double the range up to 150 miles. But I'm going to have a second battery installed in the next video with this bike. It will be a dual battery 48 volt, 25 amp hour. So you'll get up to 150 miles of range. In the motor, you'll get 1500 watt peak, 750 watt sustained. You'll get a 32 mile an hour top speed after it's unlocked. And then you have a throttle right there. You've got full suspension, you got front, and a pretty sleek rear suspension system. You've got a 7-speed shifter here, so all the hills you can pedal easily. And then of course, you have pedal assist, so you can adjust that just by clicking this up arrow or down arrow, like so. Something good to note about this bike is that you are gonna get free shipping, a 2-year warranty, and if you order with my discount code SimplyNate, you will get free shipping insurance. Now all that's left to do is to go out, give this thing a ride, and see how it performs. I'm really curious to see if it's gonna wheelie, because let me tell you, this thing just pops right up. Let me show you. And if I just hit the throttle just a little bit, you see it just goes. And if I just give it like half, look at that. You gotta be pretty careful. This thing is clearly pretty powerful. All right, let's go. All right guys, so I came to the park so we can give this thing a rip. This bike looks pretty nice. So far my favorite aspect about this bike is definitely this whole like rear seat design. So like this seat, it feels really high quality. This looks cool, and it's honestly super comfortable. I like these rear passenger pegs as well, so like if I wanted to bring like my little sister or something on a ride, I can put her right here and she can reach down there. I like that a lot. Okay, for operating the bike, turn the battery on, hold down the power button. All right, perfect. And then what I want to do is I want to put it into the max power. So I think I have to hold down the plus and minus. As you guys, maybe you can see, hopefully you can. It says P1. I have to change it to P3. I did see something, or maybe I have to hold down the brake here. There we go. That. Headlight, there we go. And then I think we just, I don't think there's like a confirm button. So I think we just kind of like let it sit there. And we're just going to go ahead and go into the max power mode. Oh shoot. Look, it comes up like that. No problem. Oh my gosh. It's kind of crazy. I wonder if we can stand on the rear peg and like do a wheelie. I wonder if the brakes are strong enough. I kind of want to try a circle wheelie. It's very touchy. No, I don't think you can. Ooh, about to fall over, dude. This is kind of crazy. All right, let's just go for a ride. I'm not pedaling, by the way. I don't like to pedal. Maybe I'll pedal in a little bit, but for now, this wow, that rear suspension is pretty rough. The rear suspension, it's like not really anything. It's kind of just a seat cushion. But the front, I noticed the front ones for sure. The front ones are good. I'm gonna hold down the throttle all the way, pedal a little bit, see how fast we can go here. Kind of getting up to 28 miles an hour. 28 miles an hour, which I'm pretty sure is the legal limit. So we are cruising right now, I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty nice. My brother had an e-bike before, similar to this one, not the same. I'm not gonna say the brand or anything. When you click the throttle, it won't let you go up to like 25, then you had to pedal the rest to get to like 30. So this one is pretty nice that you're able to just use the throttle all the way up. You don't have to pedal at all. That's my favorite part. So far, best part about it for me is that this thing is gonna have a dual battery, so we can go for 150 miles. That's like ridiculously impressive. But on a single battery like this, we're supposed to be able to get 75. I'm not sure if that's like using, you know, power mode 1 with pedaling and such, but we're gonna ride for a little bit today and see kind of how long our battery lasts. There was 0 miles on the bike, so I'll pull up the odometer and it'll be able to show us. But I'm just going to be using the throttle the whole time because I want this to be more of like a practical, honest review for you guys. So I mean, come on, like let's be real. A lot of us are not going to be pedaling at all, and if we do, it'll just be very minor, you know, just like little turns and such. One thing I will say, this thing is like very like torquey with this like hub motor, because if I hit the throttle a little bit, it kind of comes up off the ground like that. And I mean, that's nice. That's what we want to feel. We want to feel responsiveness when it comes to these kinds of bikes. We don't want to feel a little power. So this one's nice. This one has a little bit more power than a lot of the other e-bikes out there, especially for the price point. I'm really liking this so far. It's super smooth, super comfortable. I'm able to just flick this thing around. Check this out. It's like with the fat tires, you're able to do this. It's so nice. And then on top of that, I don't have to pedal. I'm gonna say it. And then look, if I do pedal, it's kind of like the gearing is not enough. Your feet, you can't keep up with it. So it would be nice if there were a couple more gears, but I mean, you don't need them. You don't need a pedal, so it's fine. I'm gonna head over to UNLV. It's our local university. We're just gonna ride around over here. I'm usually never allowed over here because I'm always on like an e-motorcycle or something like that. Whereas today I'm on a legal e-bike. That's probably another favorite part of mine, is that this is a legal e-bike and the cops don't mess with you. They can't mess with you. I mean, it's legal. That's like the most annoying thing about my like e-motor, like the e-ride. Oh man, it's just like they just bother you and bother you and bother you. Your bike is not legal. But I do want to show you guys something. Check this out. I'm not saying I've done it, I'm just saying though, if you come from over there and then you come up here and then down here on this tabletop, so sick. Yeah, I've definitely never done it. I've only ever seen people do it, you know, so pretty busy. Look, we got e-boards over here, there's e-scooters everywhere, and then we got e-bikes. So sick. Honestly, this would be dope to have if you were in college or if you needed something to get back and forth from work. If you get the dual battery version, the Ultra, the GTRS Ultra, that's the dual. That's what we're going to be testing next video. Like I said, 150 miles. So it doesn't really matter if you're close or far from work. It'll just be easy. Yeah, this is super nice, super smooth. Let's check out the motorcycle parking lot. Let's see what bikes are here. Let's test out the brakes too. Oh yeah, the brakes work fine. I would say if you guys are new riders, to definitely practice your emergency braking. Because if like I had to stop, you know, right here, you should stop. Ideally without skidding, because if you skid, it's actually less effective. A little R3, some Rebels, a Suzuki. Nothing cool. There's usually some like stunt bikes later on in the day. Pretty cool. It's funny, I'm getting a whole bunch of interesting looks from these guys because I'm on, you know, a street legal pedal assist bike, and I have my full motorcycle helmet on right now, so it's kind of probably a little bit strange looking. This campus is huge. Could you imagine having to walk from your class all over here to the one way over there? Oh my gosh, that would suck. But not with this. You get over there super fast, way faster than any of these e-scooters. They be taxing for those e-scooters, dude. I'd be going to like Best Buy. They want like $400 for those scooters, and they go like 15 miles an hour. Why would you ever buy that? Like, actually, why would you ever buy that? That doesn't make any sense. You could just buy one of the scooters that are on my page. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so far so good. I don't even want to test out the 4, 3, 2, 1 modes, because what is the point? Everybody's gonna be in 5. If you guys are thinking about maybe getting your kid a Christmas gift, if you are the kid and you want a Christmas gift, this would be it right here. They're looking for a bike. This thing is great. I had no complaints. Their customer service is very, very good. They're highly responsive. They have I think it's a 1 or maybe even a 2-year warranty on this bike. And if you order with my code Simply Nate, not only do you get a discount, but you also get free shipping, insurance on the bike. So that's pretty nice. That way if it gets lost or anything, you're not out, you know, all that money. They'll just send you another one. So for those of you looking to get one of these bikes for practical commuting like so, this is probably what your view looks like. Man, Kane sounds phenomenal right now. Anyways, if anybody wants to get me a Christmas gift, feel free to get me a Cane's gift card. Love Cane's, W Cane's, so good. So this is probably what your commute would look like if, you know, you're going to work. You're on the street, and then you're on the sidewalk, and then back on the street. That officer ran that red light like crazy. Not cool, bruh. Could have been a motorcycle coming through. Search. Wait. I think this is the very first pedal e-bike on the channel. So if you guys like these videos, let me know. I can do some more. But I figured, you know, not everybody can afford those $5,000 e-motos, and maybe they'll rather have something like this. It's more practical. It can probably fit in a car or an SUV, or you just put it on the back of it, all that stuff. I want you guys to comment down below how cold it is where you live, bro. In Vegas, it's 60 degrees, and I am freezing right now. Like, my hands are so cold. My chest is so cold. I should have put on a better jacket, but I mean, this is just a jacket. It's 60 degrees, right? But man, I'm freezing. Should we pass by to OG? I think we should. In the meanwhile, I'll give you guys kind of like my final, you know, opinions on this now that I rode it for around 10 miles. So I really, really like it. It's super, super comfortable. I think for your money, you're getting a great deal. You're not going to be disappointed in it. The round, like the thick round tires, make it very smooth on the road. and very comfortable to where I can just, you know, flick it around. And then obviously if I want to go into some grass, or if I want to go into some dirt, maybe even take a dirt trail, this thing would be great. If you wanted to commute on it, it's probably the best practicality for that, honestly. If you were just to ride it to work, you know, just lock it up outside and just take the battery with you. That way you don't have to worry about anybody, you know, taking your bike. They won't be able to power it. There we go. We had the Olive Garden. Nice. Can't wait to go there later. Smooth. I can't wait to get the 2 batteries. I don't know if the 2 batteries will make it have more power, because I feel like the motor's like kind of like limited, right? But I do know that the range is going to be so much better. Like, that bar would still be full. My favorite features: headlight, brake plate, all that stuff. Like I said, the brakes are very, very solid. The gears are pretty good. I do wish there were like more. I don't know if on pedal bikes there's more than 7 gears. I feel like that seems like a lot, you know. I feel like if we're going up like a pretty steep hill, we are now, like, you could pedal and it gives you a little bit more. But once you get that like 20 miles an hour more, it's kind of hard to get some more. I feel like there's like a limiter or something. But if you're in a really hilly area, 7's completely fine. I would never use 1 personally, because I mean, it's pretty flat here. If you guys are interested in picking one of these up, I will leave a link in my description. Feel free to click on that link. Don't forget to use the discount code SimplyNate, just like the channel name. 3 E's, no spaces, all that. Save yourself some money. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate you guys. Alright, peace out.